folks saying goodbye to Subic Bay here, my friends. Sitting in lap traffic. Alright folks, coming across the river, coming into SBMA here, and according to my man Dong, you can bebop through here now. So we're going to see if we get through this here checkpoint. But there's a look at the river. Got a couple fishermen over there. And again, it's the first time I've been on SBMA in, what, 4 months? Because before, you couldn't even cut through this son of a gun right here. Just got 5 over there. There is no passing through of SBMA. Guys said, hell no, ain't no passing through here. So they run us out of here. So that's all right. We'll just go the long way. That basketball court right there. Folks, today is Friday, June 19th, 2020, and since we couldn't go through the base, we're coming the other route, this little mountainous area right here. And there used to be a checkpoint. Well, there still is a checkpoint, but the checkpoint was only checking people going towards Longapo, and there was only one guy there. We didn't get checked coming this direction, headed towards Manila. So far, the only checkpoint that we've run into, other than dipping into the base, is right there at Beloit Beach. The boundary, the Matain River between the Longapo side and the Subic side. And if you didn't catch my previous video, when they first got that checkpoint up and going full force, there was 2 separate checkpoints. One north of the river, one south of the river. And then when they lightened things up, they kind of consolidated it where, like from June 1 to June 13th, there was only like 3 or 4, maybe 5 personnel out there. They had turned it into one checkpoint. Well, now it's back to being 2 separate checkpoints. They got the cones out in the road, fucking up traffic horribly now. We went like several steps forward. Now we took a bunch of steps backward. I don't know what's going on with that, but we were able to navigate that checkpoint, and now we're just coming through the mountains, making our way down toward Manila Airport. And if you'll notice this plastic enclosure here that my buddy had to install, they're requiring this, for all the taxis, say Uber, no, the Grab over here is called Grab. And as you can see, it basically renders your rear view mirror ineffective. You can't see through that shit. It's just all blurred out. And you can see out the side mirror over here, but it's a safety issue. It's a safety issue because you can't fucking see while you're driving. And it's doing absolutely nothing to protect either the driver or the passenger from any type of virus floating around in this closed space. It's fucking useless. What it is doing is creating a danger because the driver's rear view is obstructed. So anyhow, folks, I want to thank everybody for joining me on this first leg of this long adventure that I'm on. And other than a lot of traffic, we're rolling. So if you're not a subscriber, bottom right hand corner of your screen, you hit that Overstay Road sign, click the subscribe and hit that bell. That way you'll get notified when I post new videos, because I got no production schedule. I just post videos whenever whenever, I'm gonna be an asshole, but say whenever I feel like it. No, whenever I decide to publish a video, that's when the video comes out. So if you don't click that bell, you don't know. I could have published 1 or 5 by the time you check. And I appreciate it. Get on board my channel, coming up on 25,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, 25,000 friends here. And I appreciate you riding along on this the first leg of this little adventure. All right, folks. Now I just spoke too quickly. We just hit a checkpoint here. There were some personnel out there, so there is a checkpoint. Police personnel up here in the mountainous region. Their vehicle, their Vic said Dinalupion, but no problems navigating that checkpoint. We're still rolling, headed south. Let me clarify that. I don't know what the name of this little mountainous area is. We're headed toward Dinalupion, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't really know the name of that little mountainous area we came through, but their vehicle said Dinalupion. So that sign back there says San Pablo Elementary School, so we'll just call that checkpoint in the vicinity of San Pablo, my friends. So right across from the Dinalupion Coliseum, if you're familiar with that Coliseum, there's a checkpoint. We got through that. No problem, still rolling strong. But if you're coming or going, just be aware there is a look like a local checkpoint, either municipal or barangay folks. It's not a police or military checkpoint, but right there in front of the Dinalupion Coliseum, the arena, the cockpit. Little G-Wagon right there, no plates. Nice ride. You don't see too many of those here up in these parts. And that sign, that direction's the Freeport area of Bataan. There, folks, coming up on another checkpoint here. And Balsic National High School. So right across from the National High School, not too far from that turnoff to Bataan, there is a checkpoint. So if you're headed towards Manila, be aware of that. Got a funeral coming out there. It's a breathing position. Checkpoint position. Move. Go back to breathing position. Folks, made it to the interstate, so to speak. Pull our toll card here, and then we're going to be trucking. Headed south towards Manila. On them condos right there. Alright, folks, once we made it to the inlets, not too much traffic at all. Heading southbound, well, not really northbound for that matter. You know, during normal times this would be a very, very light traffic day, but we got to hammer down now, pushing south. Alright, folks, coming up to the toll booth. And you got folks here checking everybody, but I think that's just typical enforcement activities, to be honest. I mean, those guys are routinely out here. A little bit of traffic, not too bad. So from San Fernando to Bacawi, this checkpoint. And how much is it, my friend? Yeah, I have to pull up here closer. We can't read the sign. I'm just going to tell you how much it is from San Fernando to this Bacawi barrier, whatever they call it here, the checkpoint where you got to pay up. You got to pay up the
196.
Okay, so 196 pesos is the toll from San Fernando to Bacawi. That's right at $4 US, my friend. Here's a sign. We're a class 1 vehicle, so San Fernando's 186 and Angeles 234, 241 from Daewoo. Then a Lupihan 414.
Subic.
Ambulance here coming through the checkpoint. But obviously the people that are trying to make it through the checkpoint, they can't make it through until they pay. And so, dude, it'd probably be a good idea if you turned off your siren, because they're not going to get out of the way until they pay. It's kind of silly to leave the damn siren on underneath there and blast out the poor people working in the checkpoint. What a knucklehead. And I say that lovingly, folks. I used to be a paramedic, so, you know, I used to work on the ambulance. I'm calling him a knucklehead because I'm one of his peers from way back in the day. Turn the goddamn siren off, dude. They can't get through the fucking checkpoint. When you get on the far side of the checkpoint, then you turn your siren back on. See how that works? Side of the aircraft, we've got Philippine Sports Stadium and the Philippine Arena, which is supposedly earthquake proof. And I believe that's the biggest stadium. Is that the biggest stadium in the world? I don't know if that's true or not. Is that the biggest stadium in the world? I don't know, but it's huge. And so we're back rolling south, rolling strong, folks. Just light traffic coming into the northern portion of Manila. We're coming through to EDSA right now. First time in 3 months. That Don brought up a good point. It's been over 3 months, right? Yeah. It's over 3 months since we rolled through to EDSA here. And it doesn't look like too much out of the ordinary, other than it's a lot lighter traffic. Traffic is flowing where normally on EDSA, yeah, I mean, it's just gridlock, bumper to bumper to bumper the whole way. So we're flowing pretty good here. There's that Edsan Bagsakan market, open 24 hours. They got plenty of food over there, fruits and vegetables. And again, you know, just for the historical record, the you know, the logistics during this lockdown were good, other than the fact they banned alcohol. But if you had money, there's food to purchase. And the problem wasn't that the food wasn't there. It's still the problem that people don't got money to buy it, because, you know, they got no job, no money like everybody else in the world. But that was just a side note about that. So yeah, making good time through EDSA. And traffic seems to be flowing well through Manila here. Here's a look at the Walmart. Now that's a huge Walmart, you know, compared to the one up in Subic town. Alright, now we're sitting in a little gridlock traffic. Starting to look like Manila now. A nice pool area. Unfortunately, the pool's still closed. So there's the executive lounge, but unfortunately it's all closed off. Got a beautiful lobby here, folks. Again, this is a Hilton on Newport Drive here in Manila, across from Terminal 3. And obviously it's a ghost town, but you know, it's serving my purpose to make sure I got here where I can get my flight out tomorrow. All right, folks, let me give you a quick look around before I get unpacked here in the room. And looks real nice. Got a nice mirror here. What's up, people? You come through. All right, looks like we got a safe. Some fresh drinking water. There's a robe in there. Of course, when I roll to the hotels, I love me some robes. All right, there you go. Looks like, man, it's beautiful glass. You got the shower in here. Everything is wonderfully clean. Look at that, beautiful, folks. Beautiful place here at the Hilton. Yeah, got the shower with all the shampoo and stuff. I might even get in that tub later on and chill. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? And there we go, another look at that. Plenty of place to hang your stuff up here. Got a flashlight, a iron, my goodness, even a scale. And folks, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna get on that scale in a little bit and I'm probably gonna cry, because I think we've all gained a little bit of weight during this lockdown. Look at that beautiful, beautiful TV hanging on the wall. Nice king bed. Got plugs on both sides over there. Nice desk area here with 2 plugs plus 3 USB plugs, so you can get some damn work done. That's awesome. And a nice couch sitting area. And hold on, did I miss is there a mini ref? I don't think there's a ref in here. Unless it's in here. Do I have a ref? Yeah, of course you got to have a ref here. But there ain't nothing in it. Let me show you my view. Again, I'm up on the 5th floor. And that's a little construction going on. Looking down through there. That says Maximus. And that's my view. See if I can come back and give you a better view. And there's a few people milling around down there. And it's a Friday, so I am going to get out and try to take a little walk and see what's shaking in this area. So there you go. That's a look around here at the Hilton on Newport Drive. I guess it's Newport Drive. You know, right here across from Terminal 3. Now let me just talk about the check-in in case anybody's coming down here during this lockdown situation. You know, you pull up and, well, let me back up. When you book this room, they tell you if you're a foreigner flying out, you have to have a flight itinerary to check in. So once you make the reservation, they're going to email you. You got to email them back your flight itinerary, or they'll just cancel your reservation. Because if you go on the website, it says something about only returning OFWs. Anyhow, I'd heard nightmares about people coming down here to Manila trying to get checked in. My buddy, you know, American guy, early on, right before this thing was kicking off, couldn't even check in the Marriott. Not to throw them under the bus, but that's just a story he told me. And then the next day, they couldn't get from the hotel to the airport. He said he had to end up hiring a limousine at that time. Now, folks, that's 3 months ago. That was like really when things were crazy. So I've heard different horror stories about people getting here, then they couldn't get to the airport, all kind of crazy shit going on, right? And then 9 times out of 10, the flight gets canceled. Grab is running. There's taxis. Now my flight is going out of Terminal 1, so I got to get a Grab over there. But if for some reason Grab or there's no taxis around, they do have a car that'll run you to the airport, but it's hotel prices. It's something like 3,500 pesos, which is, you know, 3 times what you would pay, over 3 times what you would pay Grab or a taxi. But they do have that as an extreme backup. You know, this far in the game, with things starting to try to be lifted, you know, I'm not experiencing the same horror stories about people trying to leave out of here 3 months ago. But I did want to calm down and make sure that I don't miss my flight. That's why I'm here a day ahead of time. I didn't know if I was going to have any problems transiting the checkpoints between Subic and Manila. Luckily, that wasn't an issue. But you never know. You don't want to wait, you know, till the day of your flight to try to make it there and find out you have a problem just getting there through a checkpoint. So I'm here a day early. That's why I'm in this hotel. It's close. I mean, yeah, I usually go to, you know, $25 a night places, but when you certainly absolutely have to make sure you can check in, get to the airport, I wasn't messing around. That's why I'm here at the Hilton. And hell, it's been, I guess it's probably been a couple years since I stayed at a Hilton property. So let me just talk about the check-in. Like, we pulled up with the car. I was confused what the gentlemen were trying to tell me, and they're basically trying to tell me they can't touch the luggage. Well, I don't know that. Usually, you drive up, especially it's a Hilton, they're 5-star service. But finally, they're like, no, we can't touch your luggage, and they spray your luggage. And then the kid's like, we got to take your backpack too. And I'm like, bro, you're not taking my backpack. All right, this backpack, I'm not trying to be an ass, but the backpack doesn't leave because it's got all my important stuff in there. And so I was kind of confused. He said, we can't touch the luggage, but then you're trying to tell. Basically, what they were just trying to do is tell me, you need to carry it and put it on the security belt yourself. But it was confusing. I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. Plus, I've been riding in a car, for a few hours, and I don't know. I just got confused. But basically, you got to carry your own damn bags. That's the gist of it. They're not going to carry your bags. They're not going to load them up. You got to carry your own damn bags. And then you come over there, fill out a health form, and then come up to the 3rd floor and check in. And then so here I am. If you get the all-inclusive rate, now they have breakfast downstairs, and I'm going to show you that in the morning, but they said lunch and dinner is delivered by a box lunch. And she said there's some restaurants in the mall across the way, but they're only only takeout. So for the historical record, that's what I got going on. Long story short, I went from Subic town to Hilton on Newport Drive here across from Terminal 3. It's noon on Friday, and I'm checked in. I'm gonna get freshened up and see what I can get into. Alright, so there's internet speed on the free internet here at the Hilton. Almost 5 and 5. That's good enough for most people. Oh shit! And I brought me some roast beef and rice. Looks like I got a roll, a little bit of fruit. It actually smells delicious. And I brought me a bucket of ice and 2 cold Stella Artois. My goodness.